George, is the constant drumbeat of disrespect for Brock, you think, a good thing maybe for him? He seems like he's a guy who admits that he plays with a chip on his shoulder. You think he'll have a positive effect?
I don't think it'll have a negative effect. I don't think Brock really listens to too much. Like, I don't think he uses any type of social media very much, and I think he's kind of like me. You don't really read anything unless your mom sends you it. So, I think Brock's just going to be dialed the way that he has been all season, the last 2 years for us, and people can say whatever they want to say, and he's just going to go out there and be Brock.
George, the 4 teams left all rely pretty heavily on the tight end.
That they do.
Whoa. Is that a coincidence, do you think, or is something about the position? Or what do you think?
I feel like if you look back at most of the last Super Bowl winners, every team has like a very, very talented tight end that they use. Whether that's run game or in the pass game. Tight ends they give you an ability to mismatch different. You get on linebackers, you get on safeties. You want to use 2 guys to cover them. It doesn't matter. It opens up other people. So when you have someone that can dominate the middle of the field, it makes it a lot easier on your quarterback.
What do you think of Laporta? Obviously, you know pretty well. What stands out with him?
I mean, Sam's fantastic. His film speaks for itself. He's second team All-Pro, Pro Bowl in his first year as a rookie. It's really hard to do. Not very many people do that. He's playing at a high level. He's in an offense where the quarterback trusts him. They throw him out there on 3rd down. He's running wide receiver routes. He's inside, dominating the middle. He's doing everything that you want him to do as a rookie and more. So, I'm very proud of Sam, and I hope he doesn't have a great game in such though.
You were a pretty big supporter of his throughout the pre-draft process over the summer. I guess is there just anything that's even surprised you maybe about the success he's had, given the difficulty of adjusting to that position?
No, not really. I mean, I worked out with him a little bit this offseason, picked his brain a little bit. He's a super smart kid. And just watching him work out, I could tell, he was ready for it. He's got a sick forward lean to him. He knows how to run in and out of cuts, catching everything with his hands. I knew he was a player just watching him. You can see it in college, but just working around it, when he's working out with all these other NFL guys, you could tell he didn't stand out in a way like, oh, this is a college kid. He looked like he was a guy who understood what he was doing. So he has an understanding of the game. He has an understanding what the Lions want from him. And when you put him out there with Coach Campbell and their mindset, I think he fits the mold perfectly, and he kind of adds to that mold himself. So he's everything that you want in a tight end that can do everything.
This is your 4th NFC Championship in 5 years. Is there a different vibe to it, or a confidence or hunger compared to those past ones?
No, I've been pretty hungry at all of them. I won 1, lost 2. It's not really fun to lose those games. No, I've been pretty hungry for him. I think the whole team is. The whole vibe is, we have confidence that we've built throughout the season. It's not a fake confidence. It's we play football at a high level this long. Let's just keep going out there and play football at a high level, play a team game this weekend. Huge fan of our game plan this week. I think Coach Shanahan's definitely, he's working, and I think it's great for us. So, no, I don't know if the vibe's different. It's just a vibe that we understand not the pressure of the game, but just where we are, the situation. We're in the NFC Championship game, and all we're going to do is go out there and play our best football and see where it takes us.
George, can you put in perspective how difficult it is to make this climb 4 times in 5 years to get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. Everything has to kind of go your way. You look at 2019 and that season, you can't really even compare it to this year. And we go to the Super Bowl, lose, and then 2020, we're like, hey, we got all these players back. We're going to go out there and win, and then the ball doesn't bounce our way, and we have a bunch of injuries. And it's things you can't control. So in 2021, probably week 6, no one really thought we were going to go anywhere, and ended up somehow back in there again. And every year is just so unique. That's what makes it so difficult. You might have similar players and guys who know how to win football games, but when you look at other role players and stuff like that, it's changing. You can't keep everybody, you can't pay everybody. You have to fill gaps. You have to bring new guys in. You have to try to keep your culture. There's just so many things that go into it. We lose our run game coordinator, we lose our offensive coordinator, we lose your defensive coordinator. There's just so many interchanging parts, and so to continue and sustain winning, as many regular season games as we do, making it into the playoffs, it's very difficult. But at the end of the day, you got to continue to win all the other ones, and we haven't done that yet.
You mentioned a minute ago that understanding the pressure of the situation. But what does it do when you maybe haven't got over the hump yet in terms of, hey, how many more opportunities are we going to get to be in this spot?
I try not to think of it like that. It's just, hey, here's the opportunity. It's right in front of us. This is what, since the end of last season, this is where, hey, what are we going to do to try to get back there and try to win that game? And all the effort you put in throughout off-season OTAs, summer, training camp. You know, every single day, every decision that you make kind of leads to this moment. And hey, we're here. We made all the right decisions and we've done the right things. And so, what are we going to do as a team to win this football game? And I have a lot of belief in our team that we're going to go out there and do all the right things.
On the coaching front, I guess how impressed have you been with the way Kyle has? You said you've lost a lot of guys. How impressed have you been with the way Kyle has brought new people in and sort of kept things seamless?
I mean, it's pretty incredible. It really speaks for itself. What him and John have done, just filling in gaps, bringing in new guys, giving people chances. And I think what Kyle just does such a great job of is, he looks at what he has available to him, no matter what it is, no matter what the injuries are, and the way he can build game plans around people to put people in positions to succeed. It's pretty incredible. And just to be a part of this offense, to see how it's grown, to see like how his play calling has kind of changed or how it's evolved, whatever you want to say it is. It's just really fun to be a part of that. And for him to be able to constantly fill gaps, bring new people in, but at the same time, keep the culture the way it is, keep the mindset the way that it is, be as physical, be as fast as you possibly can, and go out there and play at your best ball. He does a pretty damn good job for that. And I'm actually pretty disappointed he hasn't been Coach of the Year yet.
George, with regards to your dad's pregame letters, does anything surprise you anymore? And do you expect the tone? Like, do you know it's coming, or is it something different every time?
Usually, like the bigger the game, the more aggressive it is. So I'm always a huge fan of that. There's times where he's kind of like, what is it, the turtle from Kung Fu Panda? Very wise, very like sage-like. And then there's times where it feels like you're getting a speech to go into a bunker, with your boys, and there's bombs coming down around you. Like the mindset's very, very different, game to game, and I really appreciate that from him because he either adds to my mindset or he gives me another thing to think about in a good way. And it's part of the switch I just flipped.
George, Kirby Joseph and CJ Gardner-Johnson, these guys, they're super physical and they're taking big hits. Do you guys feel the need to match their physicality in this game, or is it not about that?
I think what the 49ers put on tape week in and week out is that we're one of the most physical teams in the NFL. I've been up here countless times, I've said that, so they're a very physical team. They go out there and they hit, they do all the things that they're supposed to do, and I feel like we do the same thing, so I don't think we need to match it as well as we just need to play our game.
What kind of energy did Debo give you today being on the practice field?
It was always great. He's just excited for him to be out there. He's just such a huge part of our offense and everything that we do, and just his energy itself is infectious, and he gets guys going, he gets them confident. Him and BA together is its own, that's its own thing entirely. So very excited to have Debo out there, and looks great.
All right, guys.
Thanks, George.
Thank you.